Welcome back to Frugal Man Outdoors. Today I'm going to do a quick walkthrough on my free chicken coop. A few months back I posted a short about me unloading this chicken coop. And also closer to the end we're going to do an upgrade. So I'm going to turn this camera around and give you an update of what's going on. Alright, right here we have my free 16 by 8 foot chicken coop. I have made no changes to this coop except for the rear here. These boxes, the access to the laying boxes. Now this was one big door. I cut it into 3 pieces because I was afraid that if I was going to open up an 8-foot door on the back of my coop, that my birds would try to get out while I was trying to check for eggs. So if you notice right through here, I took a saw and I just cut a line through there. And cut a line through there, added some hinges, some more catches, and now there's 3 doors. Let's take a quick look on the inside. Also, I used some reclaimed lumber and made some chicken boxes, laying boxes. The previous owner did not have any laying boxes in there, so I'm not quite sure what they used for laying boxes, but that's what I've done. I added, I believe it's 9 laying boxes across the back here. And we'll open up this next one and take a look. And right now, there's an egg sitting over there. We have leaves and some mulch and everything that I've put in there. I think I might upgrade and do some hay soon, but not quite sure. Right now, let's take a look. And we have, there's another egg here. Now, I'll close this back up. Take a look around the back here. I added some old bricks and some stones that I had laying around the property so critters would not dig their way up underneath to get to the chickens. And all the birds you see in here, except for there's, I think 4 of the big black ones we purchased to teach the young ones what to do. My son picked them up from a friend at work, and now the young ones that we incubated and hatched and then had in the brooding box, I have videos on all of that if you want to take a look back and check that out. But these are the birds that we raised from an egg, and they are starting to give us a supply of eggs now. And they're nice and healthy. I had to reduce my roosters because he was having fights with the other birds, and the other roosters were getting a little bit too much for my hens. So I reduced them down to just the 1 rooster. And here recently, the newest addition, this duck right here showed up out of nowhere. Decided to make this its home. So we opened up the door and it walked right in there with the birds, the chickens and the rooster. And they're not fighting or anything, so they're getting along. I guess he chose a good sanctuary home to continue his life. And then here's a look at the stones around the front. And take a look at these buckets here. These are my 2 watering buckets. I also have a video on how I built those. That way you don't have to physically pick up a heavy 40-pound bucket of water. And then over on this side here, there's the feeder. I also made that out of a bucket. I have a video that shows me building the water buckets and that feeder bucket. Now today's upgrade is going to be the roosts. There's some 2x4 in there and a couple small boards here. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the woods here and find a couple trees and branches that we're going to add as roosts. So follow along and see what we use as our upgrade for our roost for our birds. Okay, I found the tree I want to use. That's about 2.5 inches across. We're going to use that one there, and we're going to cut it to use it as a roost. Nice chainsaw my brother sent me as a gift. Still love it. I also have a video on when I unboxed it and when I started using it. You know, check that out. Okay. Now I'm going to cut 2 8-foot sections for the roosts. Now that I have the main roosts cut, I'm going to trim a couple of these limbs off and meet you inside the coop. To the coop. Alright girls, watch out. Okay, so first I need to remove some of the old roost stuff that is in here to make room for the new ones. I think I'll leave that there. That's Phillips. That's torque. You can quit, I ain't gonna hurt you. Ooh, big spotter. Dead spotter. Alright. Old roost is out. We're gonna put the new ones in now. I'm gonna have CD come in and help me out with this. So we'll be screwing it together from the outside, and I'm gonna need CD to hold the new roosts. It's gonna be fairly simple. Oh, just one at a time. I'm gonna get this screw started. Too far.
There's a knot right in the middle.
Yeah, let's go over here. That way you can see where to put this. Okay. See where it's going through it?
Nope.
Right here. Okay. Here you go. Alright.
Yep.
Now go to the other side. All the way up to right here.
That's gonna push on it.
That's fine. That's good. Okay. Down some. Good. The next one right about here. Okay, let's turn it to where it's sagging down like that one is. There we go. There you go, a couple more screws. Go on the other side. Okay, bring it back just a little bit more. A little bit more. That'll work. Okay, there we have it. Nice little upgrade for the roost for the birds. It's kind of rounded, better than the 2x4s. That way the birds' feet will wrap around easier and be more comfortable on them. And it's good and solid. And of course it is material cut off my property. So anyway, thanks for joining me on my short upgrade and my update on my coop and my birds. If you'd like to see how I put all this stuff together, check back on my previous videos. Like I said, I got the food and water in one video. I also have the chainsaw in another video. So go back and check them out. Thanks for joining me. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. See you next time.